It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I am losing my mind over the Currie Cup. We love our rugby. We love all structures of rugby. Welcome back, by the way. But the Currie Cup this year is popping off. The Carling Currie Cup is heating up as we head into round 3 now, and it kind of feels like we're almost at the knockout stage as the rugby has been so good, but we've barely even gotten going. So this weekend, action right across the country. Western Province, they need to come good. They head to Kimberley to face the always dangerous Griquas. They were on fire last weekend. The Bulls, dominant. They're going to host a very confident Puma side at the Fortress at Loftus. Then the Sharks, they're going to need something. Some magic in the water as they welcome the Cheetahs. And then, of course, the Lions travel to Wellington to take on a very bold Boerland team. It's a weekend packed with storylines, pressure, teams desperate to build some momentum. And, of course, Big AIDS is here. We are joined by Good Hope FM sports presenter Adrian Endley. You must be buzzing over this year's Currie Cup. Incredible action we have seen already. Western Province, though, not the greatest start to the season. What do they have to do as they head to Kimberley to take on Griquas that are very much firing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think, as you mentioned, they in Kimberley as well. It's a very tall order, especially given the sort of the Western Province form so far. Look, they haven't played terribly. They've gotten some tries in.
There have been moments, yeah.
There have been moments of brilliance, and I think given these past 2 games, they're definitely going to be looking at that a lot and saying, where can we capitalize, where can we improve? But I'm not very confident against this Griquas team at home as well. I don't know.
And there is something to be said for the Pumas, for the Griquas, who have been forced to play in subdivisions. They have bolstered their teams to the point of becoming the feeder sides for so many of our top-performing franchises.
Yeah.
So what the Stonehouses and the likes have done for South African rugby, we get it, man. That being said, the Bulls, will they remain unbeaten at the Fortress? They've got the Pumas heading to town. I would be a little bit nervous of this Pumas side.
Yeah, definitely. And I think especially having won your first 2 games, there might be a bit of complacency that sets in. But I know their coach has been speaking a lot about we're trying to not have any of that. You know, we're trying to focus on our game. And given the good start, they want to keep that momentum going. So I would say the Pumas are not the favourites, but
they're dangerous.
If anyone's going to upset the Bulls, it's going to be them.
And I just love that culture of winning that they've created at Bulls, because it's from the franchise, the pinnacle, right the way down.
Yeah.
Not so much when we turn to the Sharks. They are lacking a true north from the top of the franchise down. So you can kind of understand their Currie Cup level struggling a little bit, not to the degree that they are now.
Yeah.
Is it just a very young side that's yet to find its click? And how are they going to handle the Cheetahs, who, when we talk about playing in their lane, this is their lane?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Cheetahs, you think Currie Cup, you think Cheetahs.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
for some reason, they just own this tournament. The Sharks, I mean, they're the champions, and they aren't playing like it at all.
Not at all,
at the moment. They've definitely gone for a more youthful, inexperienced side, so you could use that as an excuse. But I mean,
that's the Currie Cup. You're
that is the
supposed
Currie
to do
Cup.
that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely not an excuse for them to use. I can't see them again winning this week. Unfortunately, it might be 3 games in a row now they're going to lose. But stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened.
And there are some stars on that side. So please, I mean, with all due respect, please take from whence it's coming. This begs the question, though, is the structure of the Currie Cup changing with our junior sides performing so well now? If we look at the feeders going into the senior team now, it's no longer just having 2 squads being sent to a World Cup. We've got the under-20s, then we've got the structures in the Currie Cup. Can you risk posting a developmental side or a junior team in the Currie Cup now? It's one of the most illustrious, beautiful, oldest rugby competitions in the world. It comes with some gravitas, man.
Yeah, this is definitely the biggest debate at the moment, because you have teams who are taking 2 different approaches. Look at the 2 teams who are top of the table at the moment, the Bulls and the Lions. They are both implementing a strategy where they're like, look, we're going to play some URC regulars, some people who have all that experience, and bring in some youth as well. Whereas teams like the Sharks and the Western Province, actually, they're playing a largely inexperienced side, and we're seeing how that plays out in the table at the moment. So I think it's almost like we need to, all the teams to decide, look, is this going to be almost like a warm-up for our young players, or are we going to actually make this very competitive? Because at the moment, teams are doing different strategies, and it's actually just not meeting at all.
And I agree with you, and I think you're missing a beat. I think we have seen instructors, and I'll use another sport as an example, but the power of having those older players that might be past their shelf life, like an A.B. de Villiers, in the same dressing room as younger players, that is irreplaceable. And within rugby, the kind of game that we are playing right now, I agree, we need that. A bit of experience and, of course, an explosion of youth in the Currie Cup. Wherever your heart lies, it is stacked this weekend in the Currie Cup. I'm going to get into some other sporting highlights after Carissa tackles the news.